First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawad Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see, man, things are picking up. But I want to get I got two articles I want to pull up. And even though both of them are different, you can sit up here and see the impact that both of them are going to have and how much they both are going to have a significance in the things in the times ahead, because one is going to play off the other. And this is just my own thoughts about it. But first, I want to sit up here and get CBS News. It says China exports to U.S. plunge as tariffs hit, leading some experts to warn of product shortages. And as you see, the article is by Megan Cirillo, edited by Annie Marie D. Lee, updated on April 30th, 2025, which was today, and it was a few hours ago, less than a couple hours ago, at 10:09 a.m., and it says CBS News. It says shipments of goods from China to the U.S. are dropping sharply with the Trump administration's steep tariffs in place, leading major U.S. retailers to warn about impending supply shortages. The trade war between China and the U.S. has escalated over the past few weeks, with each nation hiking its import duties multiple times in a tit-for-tat. While Trump has given other countries a 90-day pause on the tariffs as their leaders pledge to negotiate with the U.S., China has remained the exception. China ain't sitting up here saying fuck you pretty much. U.S. import duties on Chinese products now stands as a high as 145%. China, meanwhile, has hit back with 125% tariffs on U.S. products. At the Port of Los Angeles, which along with the Port of Long Beach receives roughly 40% of all imports from Asia, shipments last week were down 10% compared with the same period 1 year earlier. That number is expected to keep falling. And there you go. Hey, and I have listened to, before I get on with a little bit more of this article, I just got through looking at a couple of videos from a few of these preppers, from a few of these people who actually have knowledge of the ports. And they're talking about, man, they talk about as little as 2 weeks, man. All the stuff that's on in the grocery stores and Walmarts and all this other stuff, man, that could be it. It could be a drastic food and supply shortage, man, in the next 2 months. And that's not even talking about, they just got rid of UPS drivers. I say 10 or 20,000 of them. They just let them go. You got to understand, Amazon is dropping people. You got to understand, a lot of truck drivers, a lot of these port stock workers are getting dropped, are getting let loose, man, getting laid off because there's no work. So can you imagine what's going to happen? And hey, by the time the summer comes, you talking about June and July, man, it could be it could be a hell of a thing in this country. I'm just going to read a little bit more and then I'm going to go to the other article. It says, we are now beginning to see the flow of cargo to the Port of Los Angeles slow. Port of Los Angeles Executive Director Eugene Soroka said at Los Angeles Board of Harbor Commissioners meeting on April 24th. It's my prediction that in the 2 weeks' time, arrivals will drop by 35%, he added. U.S. retailers had rushed to import goods into the country ahead of President Trump's sweeping tariffs going into effect, leading a spike in imports since last summer. Now with the 145% tariffs, making goods from China roughly 2.5 times more expensive than they were last year, essentially all shipments out of China from major retailers and manufacturers have ceased, Soroka says. By another estimate, containers bookings from China to the U.S. are down by as much as 60%, according to Flexport, a supply chain management company. Bookings from other Asia ports such as Vietnam and Thailand are up 5 to 10% as some experts look to expand production outside of China to avoid steep tariffs. The decline in bookings from China comes from during what is usually a busy period for the imports to the U.S. So this right here could cause a lot of problems, which leads me to go into my other article. Now, as we all know, Trump signed some. This is what? This is Newsweek, and it says what? It says Trump newest. Now, like I said before, as we know, Trump signed some executive orders. Now, this is Newsweek. It says Trump newest executive orders unleashes the cops and flirts with martial law. The new order effectively allows police to get away with murder, and that's just the beginning. And this article is by Eli Mystical today at 8:48 a.m., which is about roughly 3 hours ago. Now, I sit up here and says, I'm going to read the little part right here. It says, Donald Trump displays a signed executive order in the Oval Office of the White House in Washington, D.C. It says, holding police officers accountable when they commit crimes or violate the constitutional rights of those they're allegedly here to serve and protect is one of the most difficult things to do in law. The police are protected by powerful, well-funded, and well-lawyered unions. They are protected by the judicial doctrine of qualified immunity, which prevents them from being personally sued for monetary damages when they damage or destroy property or lives. They're protected by prosecutors and district attorneys who work alongside them and are often reluctant to charge them with crimes. And then even when police officers are charged with crimes, they are often protected by sympathetic white juries who give the cops a pass when they brutalize and harass unarmed citizens. The entire system is designed to help cops get away with crime. Now Donald Trump has issued an executive order that will make it even harder to hold cops accountable and flirts blatantly with martial law, named the dystopian. Strengthen and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. This new order purports to unleash high-impact local police forces, protect and defend law enforcement officers wrongly accused and abused by state or local officials, and surge resources to officers in need. So pretty much what this is giving them pretty much the freedom to do whatever they want. Trump pretty much signed an executive order to let these guys, hey, look, whatever you got to do. But these motherfuckers are already fucking up, doing whatever. A lot of motherfuckers have gotten beat, killed, or whatever you want to call it, man, just for simple things. Parking tickets, pulling out phones, and all sorts of stuff, and these guys didn't get off. But this even goes a step further now. Now it's pretty much, hey, now you got the federal government sitting up here backing you up. Trump with his laws now saying pretty much, hey, look, if it's in the confines of what you're doing, you can do it. You know how crazy, man, and therein lies what, when I was looking at the tariffs and when these stores get empty, what people going to do? People going to be desperate, man, stealing, doing all sorts of things to get the food, get the supplies, and that's going to lead right into the martial law, tearing down society, everything, man. So, hey, brothers, man, all this stuff, man, could come real soon this year. Now, I pulled up this, I'm not going to read no more of this because, I mean, you know what? Y'all brothers get it. But I pulled up this film from Equilibrium, and look at all the people standing in the row with a police officer right there. Look at this one right here. You know, look at this one right here. Look at that, man. Hey, that's what you're about to have, man. Hey, that movie Equilibrium right on point. And if you want to know what that movie Equilibrium about, it had Christian Bale in it and Taye Diggs. And what it was, they were going around, man, you know, if you was reading or if you showed any signs of emotion, you was put to death right on the spot. If you showed any signs of emotion, or if you was caught reading, you was put to death right on the spot. And Michael B. Jordan made a TV show about that too. I think, or if you was reading the Bible, a movie. I think it was called Fahrenheit 451. I can't remember, or 45. But you know, if a brother, you know, get a hold of it, let me know. But man, this is coming. A lot of this is coming. You know. You think those tariffs, when these stores get empty, people going to lose their mind and be going crazy. And guess what? You're going to have these cops out here going off. You ain't going to just say, and a lot of these cops ain't going to sign up for it, but you're going to have them foreign cops too. Them Gurkha troops, them guys are UN troops. You're going to have a lot of shit going on, man. And that shit is right around the corner. So with that, man, I just want to sit up here and grab a few scriptures. And this is going to cause that great wrath from this devil. Stuff like that, man. It's going to, he's coming with that wrath, bro. Coming with that wrath. This is Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. You know what? Let me start at 10. This is Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and the strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of our Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before Yahweh, before God, day and night. Yeah, and you know, these goddamn devils, man, always coming up with stuff, sitting up here, ways of tricking us and treachery, and then sit up here and go, hey, look what the Israelites are doing. But it's his fucking treachery and deceit and lies that's getting us caught up, you know. But we still got a lot of wicked people in our place too. But our salvation is coming. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. And that's going to be the elect, man. And beginning with the 144,000 that's out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth and telling our people to get right, man. But that's really the elect, man. Period. You know? And we don't love our it says strive for this truth unto death. You know, so even if we get martyred, even if we get put to death for this truth, so be it. But here's the point. It says, Revelations 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And them executive orders, these tariffs, all this stuff is about to pick up, man, and cause a lot of hell, man. And this devil gonna come down with that great wrath pretty goddamn soon, man. You know, you getting warned. You getting warned. You know, but this devil is about to come, and that rejoice, ye heavens, that talking about the elect. We rejoicing because the quicker this damn devil comes with that great laugh, the quicker our kingdom comes in. I just want to grab something else. I'm gonna grab one other scripture I want to get up and go into 2nd Esdras. This 2nd Esdras, because this is what's coming. This 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's what's about to happen. You're about to have a lot of people fighting against each other, swords in their hand. Them tariffs, food shortages, all that's coming, man, and it's going to cause a hell of a lot of problems. And it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in apart. They ain't going to care about nobody, you know. Ain't gonna care about nobody, no congressman, no alderman, no president, no vice president. They ain't gonna care about none of these people, none of these lieutenants, these cops, nobody. You know, survival of the fittest. But it says a man shall desire to go into city and shall not be able to, and that's, you know, and Trump signing that thing, man. There's gonna be a lot of these motherfucking cops gonna be getting out of hand out here, man. You see that right now. It's gonna get worse, man. Martial law, it just ain't gonna be for these troops. It's gonna be man. People ain't You're going to have a lot of these militia groups, a lot of these guys band together, man, who are going to sit up here and be holding your ass hostage and letting you not go anywhere. Especially a lot of you women. In 2nd Esdras 15 and 18, for because of their pride in the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And there you go, man. A lot of these men who think they tough going to find out the hard way. You ain't as tough as you think you are. There's always somebody tougher, you know. You ain't that tough, man. You're about to find out the hard way it's going to be trouble. A lot of these motherfuckers going to be afraid. And it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. The modern day sword is the gun, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation. And there you go. For lack of bread and great tribulation. A lot of pain. A lot of stuff is coming, man. Tribulation. These motherfucking troops. Food shortages. Supply shortages. You know, when water runs out, you ain't got no hot water, you know, just cold. You can't warm up no food, ain't got no heat, ain't got no electricity. All this is going to be like great tribulation. It's going to cause these motherfuckers to act the fool, man. You know, and they're going to come to people, man, with them guns, man. You know, it was a video that was put out maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when this dude sit up here, it's like a 10-minute video, man. This mother was sitting up here talking about how they coming for you. They coming for your goods. These guys said, they was showing you getting ready, showing tactics to take people's stuff from them. They said they don't care how long they got to wait to wear out somebody at their house. I mean, shit was crazy. If I could find a video, man, I'm going to show to repost it and maybe repost it again. You know, because that was insane. That dude sit up here and said, we coming for you. And pretty much he was sitting up here saying, forget us stocking up, forget us sitting up here prepping. No, we coming to take your shit. You know, but guess what? All this is going to lead to that martial law too, because once that chaos comes, then that order is going to come. And that order going to come with these troops. That order is going to come with that C-hip, the M-total to the T to the B. All that's coming, you know. But I just want to sit up here and speak up a little bit, man, because I've been hearing brothers talking about the tariffs. You know, someone spoke up on these executive orders. You know, I heard a video about that, I think yesterday. So, man, there's a lot of things going on, brothers. Hey, just be Time is getting short, brothers. It's right around the corner. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed sooner. With that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Ball and Anya Habatham Malakiam. Shalom.